Good day, sir. My name is Rani Chapo. I am 19 years old. I live in Carigara, Leyte, and I am from B's MT2 Charlie. And this is my video presentation for my final exam in ethics. First question is, the Senate panel has already passed a divorce bill. Is it appropriate to legalize divorce in the Philippines? What are your reasoning and moral stance on this matter? Legalizing divorce in the Philippines is a complex issue influenced by cultural, religious, and social point of views. From a moral perspective, enabling divorce respects individuals' autonomy and dignity, offering an escape from abusive and irreconcilable marriages. It could also be seen as a way to alleviate suffering and seek happiness and also a healthier relationships. Reasoning wise, legalizing divorce could contribute to a more controlled breakdown of marriages, setting clear guidelines for property division, child custody, and financial supports. However, it is also crucial to address concerns about potential impact in family, values, and social structures, ensuring that adequate support systems and counseling services are available to mitigate negative consequences, especially for children and marginalized individuals. Second question is capital punishment inconsistent with pro-life? What is your objective moral stand on death penalty? Justify and support your arguments on this issue. The argument of whether capital punishment aligns with pro-life stance is debated among ethical and moral viewpoints. Proponents of the pro-life movement often argue against the death penalty, asserting that all life should be protected and that the state-sanctioned taking of a life contradicts to the value of preserving life. Objectively, moral stance about the death penalty vary. Some arguments focus on deterrence, suggesting that it prevents heinous crimes, while others highlight the potential of irreversible errors in the legal system leading to the execution of innocent individuals. Also, ethical concerns involve justice and whether capital punishment truly serves as a just and effective means of addressing crime. Third question is, should the government program related to war on illegal drugs be continued or not? Explain your ethical judgment on this issue. For me, the question of whether the war on drugs should be continued is subjective and just depends on various perspectives. The continuation of the war on drugs in the Philippines raises my ethical and objective concerns, because ethically, the approach on human rights implications, including extrajudicial killings and due process violations, have drawn criticism from various organizational and international bodies and human rights organizations. And objectively speaking, while aiming to address drug-related issues, the approach effectiveness in reducing drug use and trafficking is subject under debate, with some arguing that it may not effectively address the root causes of the problem. My ethical judgment would involve considering alternative strategies that prioritize rehabilitation, treatment, and addressing socioeconomic factors in contributing to drug abuse, while respecting human rights and adhering to legal due process. Last question is, the question of whether sex is determined at conception or assigned at birth is an issue related to gender ideologies. Which of these claims is supported by morality and science? Explain and support your answer. From scientific standpoint, biological sex is typically determined at conception based on the combination of chromosomes inherited from both parents. However, it is essential to differentiate biological sex and gender identity. Biological sex is typically categorized as male or female based on their physical appearance and genetic characteristics, while gender identity refers to an individual's personal sense of their gender, which may not necessarily align with their biological sex. Morally, the scientific understanding of biological sex doesn't inherently carry a moral judgment. Moral consideration often come into play regarding to the treatment and respect for individuals whose gender identity may differ from their assigned sex at birth. Supporting the recognition and rights of individuals whose gender identity differs from their biological sex is a perspective aligned with principles of equality, dignity, and respecting individuals' autonomy. While the determination of sex at conception is rooted in biological factors, the complexities of gender identity and its relationship to societal constructs to go beyond purely biological considerations. Morality often guides the acceptance, support, and respect for individuals whose gender identity differs from, from their assigned sex at birth, emphasizing empathy, understanding, and inclusivity.